Hello everyone, and welcome back to our sixth lesson for the ESL Online program for the Literacy Council. I hope that you've been staying busy and you've also been staying very safe. After this brief intro in Spanish, we'll get started. Hola a todos, bienvenidos a nuestra sexta lección por parte del Literacy Council. Espero que se han estado manteniendo ocupados y seguros. Bueno, comencemos. Let's do our first exercise. We're going to go over the vocabulary for the lesson. We're going to do paragraph 1 and paragraph 2, as well as going over the definitions. In the next section, we're going to read the article, so look for the words that we're about to go over, and then afterwards, you can do the matching and then see how you did. Okay? Paragraph 1, discovered, conducted, region, unaffected, atmosphere, particle, pristine. Found or observed a place, substance, or scientific happening or phenomenon. B, a tiny, tiny portion of a physical substance. C, organized and carried out. D, the layer of gases surrounding the Earth or another planet. E, an area of a country or the world having easy to understand characteristics, but not always with borders or fixed boundaries. F, not impacted by. G, in its original condition, unspoiled. Paragraph 2, airborne, microbe, trajectory, detect, isolated, continent, and minimally. H, far from other places, buildings, or people, remote. I, discover or identify the presence or existence of something. J, in the air, traveling in the air. K, any of the world's main continuous areas of land, Africa, Antarctica, Asia, Australia, Europe, North America, South America. L, a microorganism, especially a bacteria causing disease. M, to an extremely small extent, negligibly, that's a hard one, negligibly, probably don't want to say that one 3 times fast. N, the path or direction followed by something flying or an object moving somewhere. So let's go and read the article. All right, let's get started with the article. Like always, look over the vocabulary and then try to find it in the article as we're reading along. And when we finish, put it on pause and reread it on your own. Let's get started. Scientists discover the world's cleanest air. Scientists have discovered what they believe to be the cleanest air on Earth. Researchers from Colorado State University and the Australian Bureau of Meteorology conducted research on the purity of the air above Antarctica. They found a region over the Southern Ocean, between the south of Australia and Antarctica, that was unaffected by human activity. The scientists said that the area they researched formed the atmosphere in the lower clouds. The analysis of the air showed that it was totally free from anthropogenic aerosols. These are pollutants or particles derived from human activity or dust from other continents. The scientists called this pollution-free area truly pristine. The scientists analyzed the structure of airborne microbes in the lower clouds over the Southern Ocean. They looked at the DNA of the microbes and tracked where they came from. Their analysis included monitoring wind trajectories to detect how far the microbes may have traveled. They found that the atmospheric ecosystem was very much isolated, self-contained, and free from contaminants from elsewhere in the world. The source of the microbes was the Southern Ocean, rather than airborne pollutants from other continents. The researchers concluded that the Southern Ocean is one of the very few places on Earth that has been minimally minimally affected by anthropogenic activities. All right, put it on pause and reread it on your own. So here is the vocabulary that we went over before we read the article. So look it over again, put it on pause, and try to connect the correct word to the correct definition. And in the next slide, I will put the correct answers. Let's look at the answers to the vocabulary matching. Number 1, discovered, is A, found or observed a place, substance, or scientific happening or phenomenon. 2, conducted, is C, organized and carried out. 3, region, is E, an area of a country or the world having easy to understand characteristics, but not always with borders or fixed boundaries. 4, unaffected, is F, not impacted by. 5, atmosphere, is D, the layer of gases surrounding the Earth or another planet. 6, particle, is B, a tiny, tiny portion of a physical substance. 7, pristine, is G, in its original condition, unspoiled. Paragraph 2 is 8, airborne, is J, in the air, traveling in the air. 9, microbe, is I, a microorganism, especially a bacteria causing disease. 10, trajectory, the path or direction followed by something flying or an object moving somewhere. 11, detect, discover or identify the presence or existence of something. 12, isolated, is B, far away from other places, buildings, or people, remote. 13, continent, any of the world's main continuous areas of land, Africa, Antarctica, Asia, Australia, Europe, North America, South America. And 14, minimally, is M, to an extremely small extent, negligibly. So if you didn't do well, just put it on pause and try it again. Go over the words again and go back in the article and just try to find the context of the words in the article. Just as a reference, I want you guys to see where the Southern Ocean is located. So here you have Australia, the continent of Australia, and down here you have Antarctica. So this area right here is the area that was studied, and the area where the least pollution was discovered was this area here. So this is the Southern Ocean. So I thought that was pretty fascinating, and we are pretty far away from that because we are all the way right here. If you are a science nerd or very inquisitive and you are interested in looking at the full research article or other articles for that matter, you can go to pnas.org, and this is the exact article. You can also look it up as a PDF and scroll through it, read it. You'll find additional maps, the way that they actually conducted the research. So it's pretty interesting, very word heavy, but just as an additional resource if you want to do that. Alright, so let's do this multiple choice quiz. You can put it on pause and work on it on your own, and at the very end I will put the answers up, but let's read it together. Number 1, which country's meteorology bureau took part in the research? A, Canada's, Argentina's, Australia's, India's. 2, In which area of the world did the researchers study air purity? A. Antarctica, Siberia, Greenland, the Arctic. 3. Where was the area scientists researched in relation to Australia? A. North by northwest, B. Behind Australia, C. North by northeast, or D. It was south of Australia. 4. What anthropogenic things was the air free from? A. Bugs, aerosols, birds, airplanes. 5. What was the air free from besides pollutants and particles? A. Ice, pollen, dust, smoke. 6. What airborne things did scientists examine the DNA of? A. Airplanes, B. Microbes, C. Birds, or D. Flying fish. 7. What did the scientists analyze the trajectory of? A. An airborne insect, B. The sun's rays, C. Climate change, or D. Wind. 8. What did the scientists say the source of the microbes was? A. Plankton, B. The Southern Ocean, C. Photosynthesis, or D. Climate change. 9. Where did scientists say microbes had not come from? A. Other continents, B. Space, C. The seabed, or D. A lab. And last one, 10. Where did scientists say had been minimally affected by anthropogenes? A. The upper atmosphere, B. The seabed, C. The Pacific Ocean, or D. The Southern Ocean. Again, put it on pause, work on it on your own, and I will post the answers at the end. Alright, so let's do this last activity, and it's called the synonym match. And again, a synonym, it's a word that means the same thing or that means something very similar. So let's look over it. Number 1, discovered. 2, conducted. 3, region. 4, showed. 5, pristine. 6, airborne. 7, trajectories. 8, isolated. 9, source. 10, few. A, unspoiled. B, revealed. C, remote. D, carried out. E, paths. F, scant. G, found. H, origin. I, area. And J, in flight. And if you go back to some of the previous activities, you will also find that we already saw some of these words, and I will post the answers at the very end. So that wraps it up for today. I will see you next week, and I hope that you learned something new, maybe how to pronounce negligibly. Anyways, I will put up the answers to the multiple choice as well as the synonym match in the next slide. So look over those. If you didn't do well, just try it again. Please stay safe and busy, and we'll see you soon.